'88. I visited for the first time in '84, and I thought, okay, jazz is like this. You know, it started in Storyville, and then they broke up Storyville, and then it moved to St. Louis and New York and Chicago and places like that, and then you know, like the Hot Five happened in Chicago, and then and then Jelly Roll, and then Fletcher Henderson and Duke Ellington, and then you know, blah blah blah. Then bebop happened, and then you know, Coltrane happened, and you know, it's like this. And when I moved here, I kind of realized that New Orleans is still happening. To address so then instead of like thinking about jazz as a timeline, thinking about regional style. So New Orleans jazz, because I was thinking like you, like that happened and it stopped happening, and you know, but it survived in pizza parlors, you know, like striped hats, striped shirts, straw hats, bow ties, you know, corny tourist music, and but the fact is that, you know, this music is still very much alive in this place. So I just adjusted my concept to think about this music is from a place, not so much as a time. Because of marketing, there's a tendency for us to think about styles of music. I play rock, I play jazz, I play blah, blah, blah. And I just want, and there's some validity to that because different styles of music come from different times and places and groups of people, right? So like, you know, if you're in, you know, if you're in Poland in, you know, 1907 and there's a wedding, it's going to sound, you know, there's this certain type of thing because those people speak Yiddish and they like gefilte fish, and you know they have a history and they have a family and they have all this stuff. If you're in Martinique, you know, and it's a wedding, and this is Creole, you know, Creole culture, and so. Different type of vibe. If we're playing jazz and I'm clapping on the downbeat, that's a little corny. Haven't you always heard, don't clap on the downbeat, that's square. But if you're playing klezmer, it's down, it's earthbound. You know, it's down into the earth. It's a different type of feel. But you know, the Creole music, jazz, the Caribbean thing, it's up. You know, and that's great, isn't it? Isn't it great that we have all these different kinds of music? We play a lot of music from Eastern Europe, gypsy music. You go on YouTube and you look for Rumski Svadba. I'll spell it for you later if you want to know. It means gypsy wedding. Just check it out. You would be amazed at all the videos of people with these same instruments and what they're doing with it. It's totally different. You know, but it's the same kind of like, there's a wedding. It's wedding, you know, celebration. So the point is, because I don't want to spend too much time talking anymore. I love to talk, but what do all these things have in common? What's different? So we want to, you know, we say, oh, jazz, rock, gypsy, you know, you name it, Jewish. What are the musical elements? Tempo, you know, chord changes, ornamentation, dynamics, blend. Is it smooth? Is it choppy? Is it, you know, does it accent the downbeat or the upbeat? So, approaching the end of my lecture, you know, consider making music without electricity. Also, see if you can start thinking about music in terms of musical terms, not in terms of marketing terms. Because one of the things we do in this band is we cross genres. Panorama, we do Creole and Yiddish. But they all use the same instruments. So you see there's these commonalities that kind of melt down certain definitions and certain boundaries and start making other relationships. You know, like we like to play a fast song and then we might play a song in the same tempo from a completely different culture.